It is that time. Boy, I can't believe it's at 36 hours after only 180 hours or whatever I've been doing. I really should count it up again. I'm too afraid. I don't want to know the psychic damage that I'll take from counting this out all the way. This is only for people who are watching the for people who are watching the stream uploads. Little bonus in insight, I guess. All right, at everyone. Nope, not at Devryone. At everyone. This is for me. What is for you? Hey, Mr. Howell. Hey, Ender. What's going on, guys? It's day 46 of the birthday streams. Gonna play a little Digimon adventure. Parentheses, today might be the intro for my Mon. And parentheses. What else am I gonna say? Come mourn the death of Rooster Teeth with me. Parentheses. Or dance on its grave. I don't know. And hang out for a quick stream. Link. How are you guys doing today? You guys having a rip-roaring Wednesday? Mine's alright. I had a lot of meetings. I guess not really. I had some meetings today. Or really just one really long one. But I had a lot of meetings yesterday. So your boy is tired. I'm approaching burnout, which is a good thing I took vacation next week. Hey, YouTube, it's me, that guy that you watch sometimes. Day 46 of the birthday stream. You already know all of that, whatever. Today is the Garudamon episode. I believe this is also the intro to my Otismon, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been too many years. Also, fun fact, on today's... I was going to say it's time of recording. I don't know why I said today's recording. At time of recording, this is the 25th anniversary of when Digimon Adventure, the prequel movie, first launched in Japan. When Greymon defeated Parrotmon and all rejoiced. I cannot believe it's been 25 years. I've been watching this... I've had Digimon in my life for 25 goddamn years. Oh, that's so long. I'm so old. Kind of bummed out by a lot of rain and running into a troll earlier today. Trying to stay positive. I'm here to bring that positivity to you, Mr. Howell. If there's one thing people know about Nick, very positive. Not at all negative in any way. I would never. But yeah, let's get to it. I'm starting a little bit early for the scheduled time, but I'm starting like an hour later than I normally do. So let's just go through it. Also, Death of Rooster Teeth, about time. I don't really have any animosity towards Rooster Teeth. I just sort of, you know, I don't really watch most of their stuff. I did watch Funhouse, which it looks like is ending, and that's a huge bummer. I love Funhouse. That they're great. Yeah, that's gonna be a bummer. A lot of talented people at Funhouse. The rest of Rooster Teeth, I'm kind of like, I don't care. I will say, and this is I'll start the game after this. This channel wouldn't be here without Rooster Teeth. I discovered Let's Plays through Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter back in 2012. I think I had made my first video after when they had like 7 Minecraft Let's Plays out at the time. But I was like, oh, you can just record yourself being funny and playing video games? I should try that. I'm kind of funny. Which we've had some trouble along the way, but that was 12 years ago. That's when I first learned about Let's Plays and stuff. So we would not be here without Rooster Teeth. And in that aspect, I will pay my respects. Even if I stopped watching most of their content and just kind of found one channel that's like loosely affiliated with them. It is a bummer. Without Rooster Teeth, I wouldn't be here. And so you guys wouldn't be here either by association. So moment of silence. All right, moment is done. Let's move on. Shining Winds Garudamon. Get you up on chat here. Nick's so old his hair ran away. That's rude, Damien. Also, Death Roots at the time. Happy I lived through 25 years of Digimon. It's true. Nick's only given me negative news this week. First the death of Yuzu and now Rooster Teeth. True. The real Rooster Teeth was the friends we made along the way. Unironically true. Only thing I'm bummed about is RVB final season props not being made. No, I think the final season's still being made. I assume that anything in production is still going on. That being said, I am in a peculiar position where I'd like to talk about this, but also my parent company is the one who decided no more Rooster Teeth. So I can't really talk about how I feel about the decision because that would get me in trouble. But I feel like it's vague enough where I can talk about it. So I wanted to at least acknowledge it. Cool. I just love the all of them kind of figuring out together that Sora was the one who was helping him. Listen to that fan. Yeah, I gotta keep the heat on today. Alright, we're back. So does that mean the party is back to normal too? Because I'd like to change the members out. Yes. Definitely not that. It's funny that TK is a playable character when he's like so hard to play as because he just never can digivolve because Angemon doesn't come back until like halfway through the series. Cool. And then do this save state. Oh, this game. Just once. I just want you to live. He's but a wee baby. True. Verified. I think the thing that annoys me is that it just decides to turn rewind on and off, and I don't know why. Alright. Let's try it again. Okay. Yeah. Let's just head on out. Chad, how are you guys doing today? You guys moving and grooving? You guys all hanging in there? Let's turn you back into attack. And let's turn Tentamon back into health if he can. I think he's got a healing item. Making my way through Rebirth. Nice. Do you know what chapter you're on? I'm also making my way through Rebirth. I think I'm about to go to chapter 9, but I've got a couple things to finish up first. I was talking about it in the Discord. I got stuck on one Chadley challenge. I got stuck on a few, but I did manage to beat most of them. It was just the last one I was on is particularly brutal, and I was struggling for a long time. I did finally beat it right before stream. Just meant glasses. Ampharos? Rebirth crew checking in. Speaking of Rebirth, you guys see I replaced the Resident Evil poster here. You can't really see it because it's so far away, but oh, does Chadley even have glasses? But yeah, I got a Rebirth poster. Doesn't have the logo, which I think is cooler. Phoenix team stuff. Yeah, until you get the I always get all the summon stuff first because I did one of those fights without oh, Flymon. I did one of those. I tried it very early on where I didn't get all the summon stones, and then I was like, you know what? I'll cheat. It's fine. I don't really mind him. I can understand how he could be a little annoying, but I personally think he's fine. You killed Leon Scott Kennedy? No, I just hung him over somewhere else. He's over off screen now. Again, guys, the answer is just don't. Oh, come on! Oh, you're being so temperamental today. But yeah, the answer is that when you get there's a collectible you can get out in the wild, and once you get it, it weakens the summons, making them more possible to kill. And I recommend doing that. There's 3 on each map for the summons, so you should look into that. It will make your life a lot. Why are you being like this today? 3 times in a row? I guess 2 times in a row. You've been so good lately. You've barely been crashing on me, and now you're just crashing back to back to back. Just fighting Adamantoise for 16 hours or whatever they were saying before 15 came out. If I remember correctly, Adamantoise So I'll spoil for 15 here because 15 is an older game. I think 15 is like 8 years old now, which is crazy. There is a super boss in Final Fantasy 15 in which you in which you fight a mountain, which is just a giant adamantoise with a mountain on its back. And there are, I think they now, with like all the DLC and free updates they did for Final Fantasy 15, there are items and like stuff that make that way easier. But you at the beginning when it first launched, I think it took like an hour or like 45 minutes to an hour to beat Adamantoise because he just had so much health, like an insane amount of health. It wasn't 4 hours. It was, I mean, even at launch, it was 45 minutes to an hour. Anyone who takes longer than that just was not ready for that fight yet. Boy, I'd love to speed up through all these enemies attacking, but I can't. All right, here we go. Speed up. I need you to behave. Thank you. Oh, I don't think I turned rewind back off. Isn't that crazy? As soon as I turn rewind off, it like completely like triples in speed. Watch the Conan episode about that? I mean, I don't think I need to. Believe it or not, Conan advertising himself as a gamer, I don't think he actually is. Oh, it's pretty funny. I mean, Conan is pretty funny. I don't really watch a lot of him. He's not my favorite late night host to watch. Or I was more of a Craig Ferguson guy. Craig Ferguson was great because he played at like 1 a.m. on weeknights, and he just did not give a fuck. He knew that no one was watching his show. Not to say he was like edgy or whatever, it just meant he was so casual. Like he'd do his interviews, and like as soon as the guest would come on, he would just like sit back in his chair and be like, "So, what are you up to?" So he just winged it, and it was so great. He was allowed to because there was no budget and there was nobody watching. Conan Letterman probably number 2 for me. I could see that. I think Ferguson for sure is number 1. I don't know who would do my number 2. I mean, kind of a cop-out answer, but I kind of think Jon Stewart. I know that's a little bit of a cheating answer because he's not really late night, but he was real good. Wasn't he the guy with the robot? He was. I believe that robot was built by one of the Mythbusters people. Grant, I think. Glad ready? I stopped I stopped speed up for that. Watch it crash as I try and go back to it. Okay. Oh, the dead one? Oh, that's right, he did pass away. I forgot about that. Well, that brought the mood down a bit. Guys, we're trying to cheer up Mr. Howell. We can't do this. Alright, we can't. Also, Tentomon's skill tree has expanded 3 times, and I don't think Agumon's has expanded once. I don't remember which way I'm supposed to be going here. They all kind of look the same. Like, all the routes. Last time I played this was, like 3 weeks ago. Mr. Howell, go watch some Craig Ferguson. He's amazing. True, you can do that. I've been thinking, I heard someone, or a couple people were saying they were watching, like, old late night clips. Late night is so ephemeral in that, like, all of those episodes, like, there's so much of it, and just, like, there's, like, it's so hard to point to, like, specific moments when with late night. Good luck with the crashes. Thank you. Did they not know what their crests were? Do they not know what they were supposed to be representative of at this point? I don't remember that. Gunna's done a good job pivoting into podcasting, though. In my opinion, Letterman also did a good job pivoting to just many people who likes. Yeah, it's good to see people do that. Ferguson went back to stand-up, and I think his stand-up's still pretty good. He's just a funny guy. There's people who are good talk show hosts and good interviewers, and then there's like actual comedians like Craig Ferguson. I think Seth Meyers kind of falls into this a little bit too, where they're just kind of quick. Although I don't really watch too much Seth Meyers. He's probably the most bearable of the late night show hosts, like between him, like Kimmel and Fallon. But even still, I'm like, eh. Me when I look at the timer. Set the top tier when he's interviewing his friends. True. Pete Holmes, I'm also a big fan of. Pete Holmes is great. I like Pete Holmes a lot. I want to see his stand-up, like in next time he comes to Boston. I think last time I tried, he was sold out. But Pete Holmes, I've not followed Pete Holmes for like a long time. He's very funny. He's just, I like to follow comedians who are, I think are funny, but also are like unique. Like I don't think anyone else does stand up like Pete Holmes does, where he's like the human equivalent of a Labrador. He's just so nice and like genuine, but also just has the weirdest thoughts. Yeah, Sora's trauma dumping on us. This just in, Under says that 10-year-olds placed in an impossible situation are not allowed to cry. Things have calmed down a bit. You're our friend no matter what. Your crest will glow someday. Even if your crest doesn't glow, sorry, you're still a friend. Thanks, but how are we going to save the world? Well, I'll think of a way. Yeah, I understand. Okay, she didn't like that. Oh, it'll glow. Probably within the next, like, 10 minutes. Or if you'd say things like, I'm sure of it. My intuition's always right in the mark, you know. Feeling your crest will glow too. Me too. Thanks, guys. It's so arbitrary. Like, both of those were positive things. Oh, I have to read this out loud. Yeah, she's just a bit tired. Thank you for earlier, Takaru. What do you mean? For convincing Sora. Your words cheered her up, Takaru. Yeah, I think so too. Just said what I was thinking. That's good. I have no patience for anyone crying. You should work on that about yourself. Compassion will get you so far. Compassion and empathy. That's what make the world run. I have to do something impressive before Lord Vademon gets here. Uh-oh. Here he is. Here he is. Those cutscenes come out of nowhere sometimes. Why is... The shading on Myotismon is so much more, or his art is so much different than the kids. Like his lines are so much thicker, which is weird. I don't know why they did that. I watched a couple of parts before and did not notice that it's Piomon instead of Biomon. So there's a reason for that. I think it's in Japan, the noise that they attribute to birds, instead of like cheep 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 like we do in the U.S. or in the Western countries. They think it goes pee 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 pee. So Piomon because it's a bird, which didn't really translate over here. Also, just didn't need to change it to Biomon though. I guess because it's B for bird. Like, it just seems like an arbitrary. Like, there's so many weird localization things with Digimon where I'm like, you didn't need to do that. That's so extra. But it also happened during the era where anime was converted to cartoons. So I kind of understand it, but also I'm just like, you didn't do that. Like, they don't do that anymore. Like, they just leave the names as is, which I think is good. Also, the color of Myotismon's model does not match the color of his portrait. Like, he's got a dark, like, purple for his model, but then he's clearly blue in the portrait. There's a couple changes like that. Pico instead of Demi. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, it's just Pico, I think, literally just means small in Japanese, so I don't know why they just keep Pico. Also, Vademon instead of Myotismon. I think they changed Vademon because it has demon in the name, which is a big no-no in English localization. Oh, you don't say. Hanase! Nope, shit. I actually got the timing wrong that time. Hold on.
Digimon. 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 Digital monsters. Digimon are the champions. Digimon. Digital monsters. Digimon are the champions.
Nope, nope, hold on. Yep, this is great. Thanks. There we go. Hey Digimon, Monster Friends, the boys and girls. Fun fact about that song. If you can believe it, actually copyrighted. I tried to use that in when I did Next Order. When I would sub in songs for the copyrighted song. And Hey Digimon, very copyrighted. Could not get away with it. Not even for a little bit. Also copyrighted. But this happened later. Like when I first used it, was not copyrighted. Then later became copyrighted. Was the Digirap from the movie was not copyrighted originally, and then eventually it got copyrighted. Copyright's a weird and fickle thing. It just looped red playing the Digimon theme for 7 Rebirth. I could have. I think that'd be a little bit more involved. Bloody Stream. What is that attack normally? That's not Grizzly Wing. I forget what that one is. Is that Crimson Lightning? Is that what that one's supposed to be called? Also, for what it's worth, I think the Japanese VA for Vademon is good. But I also think Richard Epcar is a fantastic Myotismon. Richard Epcar is so good. He's that dude's in everything, but he's also really good. He does kind of do similar voices. Like you can pretty clearly tell it's him. Okay. Myotismon is kind of really intimidating. He's got the he has that classic like villain is just the size of a human, but he's like super strong. Kind of like Bleach, where like the strongest hollows are all just like human size. So like he's fighting these like giant monsters and holding his own, and that in itself is kind of intense. This whole team of pen ultimates, yeah. That always bothered me. I think I've talked about it before, but it's very funny that in Japanese it's baby 2, child for rookie, adult for champion, perfect, which doesn't make sense because perfect implies final, but perfect is not the final form. It was originally, I guess. And then there's ultimate, which means last. So like, okay, that's a pass. And then there's in English it's baby in training. I don't know why they didn't just do baby 2. And then rookie. All right, sure. I mean, child makes sense. I don't know why you would not call it whatever. And then champion. Sure, it's nonsense. Like a champion that doesn't. There's no ranking for champion. Like you'd think champion would be at the top as well, but whatever. Ultimate, which literally means last, and then there's 2 more forms after ultimate, which is mega, which I guess, but it should have been swapped. It should have been mega and then ultimate, and then there's ultra. I don't know. So it's so weird. But that's not a localization thing. That's both versions of Digimon are guilty of that, both Japanese and English. So I can't really fault them too much for it. Let's go. All right, that's the end of the 3rd arc. We beat the main villain. It's that easy, and nothing else bad is gonna happen. Needs to attack a random target 2 times. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'd wish you wouldn't though. Just in case, sorry. Okay, it's gone. I didn't have to do that. Perfect level, but here's an improvement on it. Here's 2 improvements on it. We're having breakthroughs. Let's go. Mental health. Should have stuck with Rookie went like Adept, Master, Perfect or something. It's whatever. It's been 25 years. I don't really care that much. I just think it's funny. As a kid, I never even questioned it, but then when I grew up, I was like, wait, what? Someone taught me that mental health is real and I'm just being sucked in the dark ocean. Or isn't real. Oh, hey guys, Jedi's here. It must be time to move the plot along. Chat, can I break something, or can I tell you guys something? I was reading a thread about Digimon. Someone was talking about Try, and they were like, I can't believe people just hated on Try because it was cool to hate on it. I'm like, what? And they were like, it's so much better than Digimon Adventure Kazuna and Adventure 02. And I'm like, what? Huh? Excuse me? What? What? In what world? Like, what do you mean? Try is so bad. Like, it looks kind of good, but even then the art style is a little wonky. I didn't mind it at first, but like when they went back to closer to the original art style for Last Evolution Kazuna, I'm like, no, it should have just been this. But I'm like, it's just the idea that there's some people who are like, no, I like it better. And I'm like, do you also write fan fiction where you insert your character and then everyone talks about your character for 6 movies? I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, fine, tell us anyway. There's another? Oh my, chat, I think there's an 8th character we can play as. Oh my god. I had no idea. Yeah, I'm with you guys. What? Eh? Can't reveal their name yet. That we can't give away that plot point yet. Honestly, they should have revealed the name here. Although I guess aren't they searching for the child in the real world too for a couple episodes? So I guess maybe not. I was gonna say it would give them way more motivation to like get back to the real world because they're like, my sister's in trouble, guys. I gotta go. Oh, isn't that convenient? Nippon? He really took a sweet time talking about it then. It's kind of crazy that Myotismon ends up losing. He had every advantage. Like, how did he lose? Alright, we got Ogremon's Bone and karaoke competition. Well, first off, there we go. I hit the wrong button. Let's do Ogremon's Bone. Why did he not just kill the children? Listen, there's a couple things like that where I'm like, well, because then there would be no show. But also, I don't know. It's crazy how the kids managed to overcome Myotismon because like he's much better than them. I love this Ogremon face. Cousins, great-grandfather's little brother. So, someone the age of a great-grandfather. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize this was I knew that the Skull Greymon motif with Tyrannomon existed. I didn't realize that Ogremon's Bone was a Skull Greymon bone. Has that always been like that? Because this game came out like 2012. I think that predates Tyrannomon. Am I gonna like fight another Skull Greymon? Hey guys, is it okay to trust that Ogremon? It doesn't feel like a trap. We'll beat him up. If you get a chance, I'll have Gurumon take him out. No, what I mean whether he's trying to lead us into a trap. Aren't you thinking we went too far into this? Alright, hold on. Doesn't feel like a trap. Bro, we're the ones who caught him off guard. What if he's being naive? What if he ends up holding me hostage? Then I'll come save you. When I do that, then I'll forgive you. Yeah, Ty, shove food in Agumon's mouth and then take a bone from him. That would be really messed up. Whoa. Wow. I don't know where to go from here. I guess just around this way. Hey guys, I don't need to fight any of you. I'm getting a little lazy. I know I should stop speeding up, but also it's so annoying with the crashes that I'm just going to leave it. So they said he's at the back. Oh, wait, Ogremon's in the party? That's kind of sick. I actually like that. Ogremon has like the best chips, which are anger and I think counter. That's cool that he's kind of like forced in the party. It was cool when Leomon did that earlier. Ogremon's led me to the bone zone. Oh, finally. My fanfic is coming true. I'm ready to write Digimon Quattro. I'm ready. I've got a good story. First of all, it's 12 movies about how I'm trying to fuck an Ogremon. Are you guys with me so far? Does it sound like a good idea? Would you guys watch this? You should say no. It's kind of crazy how all my Digimon are much higher, or Agumon and Garurumon are much higher leveled than everyone else. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me in the ass later. Sign me up. Yeah, also, good point, Ogremon, your bone is in your hand. Like, you're using it in battle, and you're using it in the portrait. But I guess, technically, he did say that his bone is getting scuffed up. He's got a scuffed up bone. So he's just trying to get a new one before this one breaks. He's really being proactive. Yeah, separating my party did a real number on my party, it turns out. So these guys just keep respawning, huh? Nick is gonna be like that guy that just wrote the Shrek porn retelling. Sorry, the what? I've never heard of this. I recognize a couple of those words. I don't recognize them together. The novel Get in My Swamp, a retelling of the first movie but horny. Jesus Christ. Crazy how 2 of your party members are higher since they're the only ones you use. Yeah. Isn't it though? But also, like, how am I supposed to balance a party of fucking 7 or 8 members? Like, it can't be done. I'm gonna have to, because I know there's gonna be some, there's definitely gonna be some in the real world where I'm forced to use only a couple of them, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ooh, an attack boost is nice. My main plan is just to, if I truly hit a wall, I'll just finally go to the digital dungeon and just grind there. I should grind there eventually anyway, try and get everyone up to the same level, but I just can't be fucked, if you can believe it. I just don't care. Not yet. Your talk of Digimon Quattro reminded me Meikumon was weird in Ghost Game. Oh, that's right. There is a Meikumon in Ghost Game, isn't there? I haven't actually watched Ghost Game. Or Adventure 2020. I just haven't had the time. I have had the time, but usually when I've been trying to watch more, like, comedy or, like, wholesome things, and that's not really, I don't know, some anime it's more that's just the traditional shonen, and I think that, 2020 is more a traditional shonen, and then Ghost Game is Monster of the Week, which, like, I can't stand. Any anime where it's like, hey, okay, we're gonna do this thing, this one episode, and then it's not gonna be referenced again, and I'm like, okay, well, that kind of sucks. I kind of like a cohesive plot that goes through a whole season, if you can do that. I was playing F7 as a child and never using Aerith, and getting to Temple Place. That can happen. So, somebody else might know this. In the original Final Fantasy VII, was she always called Aerith in Japanese, but then the English translation called her Aeris? Because I think every other piece of FF7 media, she's called Aerith. So I've never understood what happened there. Oh, just yes? Okay, fair. That tracks. Translation errors do be happening. Do you think the same person who wrote Eris also wrote Tifa's dialogue that we won't repeat in chat? Yeah, on the stairs. Do you think it was the same person? Air Sis in the OG? I don't know that that's true. Yeah, I think her name was supposed to be like Earth. Wouldn't that be Gaia? Isn't that an easy one? That's a huge door. Eris in the OG? Okay. What? What do you mean? How did we end up back out here? Oh. Alright. Oh, thank God. I was like, don't force TK into this battle, please. Things are gonna be different this time, Skullgreymon. I'm a little bit stronger than last time. Oh my God, I can't. Greymon doesn't want to evolve. He doesn't want to do a mirror match, or I guess a fake mirror match. Oh, hell yeah. I guess I literally did just give Ogremon's traits to Greymon, and it worked pretty well. Bing, bing, bing. Let's go, motherfucker. Wow, I didn't realize Metal Greymon is canonically bigger than Skull Greymon. We're gonna bully him. You guys remember in Season 2 when they forced Agumon to turn into Virus Metal Greymon? That was pretty cool. A nice nod to the OG. Okay. I don't remember that actually. It happened. Adventure 02, yep. It's like halfway through the series. Still feel like it should be Skull Greymon again? Well, they did both. So if I remember correctly, in 02, they managed to get a dark collar on Agumon, and they couldn't, but he still couldn't really control him that well, but so he turned into Skull Greymon. Then the next episode, they introduced the Dark Spiral, which is like 3 collars on top of each other. They used that on Agumon. Then he could control him, and he forced him into Virus Metal Greymon instead. I believe that's how it happened. So they did both. They did Skull Greymon and Metal Greymon, or Metal Greymon Blue. I remember too, was everyone to bang Black Orc Greymon? Steve Blue himself. I think the Black Orc Greymon stuff was really cool. And I think that we should have had a longer fight between War Greymon and Black War Greymon. I think that's my favorite episode of 02, is when Agumon has his little sit down with Black War Greymon and they talk philosophy, and he almost wins him over. He's this close. And then Arukenimon's like, what if I came in here to mess things up? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, nice. This is cool. This is the stuff I wanted from this game, which is just like, hey, you guys remember Ogremon? Here's like a little bit more about him. Vmon was there too with Wormmon? Not originally. They're there at the end of the series, but when Agumon first talks to Black Orc Greymon, that's like right before he like starts destroying all the stones. Or it's like in the middle of it, I don't remember. But then Agumon, Wormmon, and Vmon talk him down like on like the third to last episode when the fight ends. I know my Greymon lore of all types. Agumon, War Greymon, I know it all. Mostly, probably. I've got some gaps in my knowledge, I'll be honest. But I do know that one. Karaoke competition. Ghetto. Some gaps in my knowledge or gray area. Red gets it. Ah, he's me when I play Yakuza. just doing karaoke over and over. The princess. Is this just a setup for a rematch against Shogun Gekomon? I got an idea, Tama. What is it, Ribbit? I found the manual to make the medicine, Tama. Really, Ribbit? Hey, I don't get what's going on here. What's the medicine? In this capsule, there's a recipe for Hold on. In this capsule, there's a recipe for medicine to change the volume of Tonosama Gekomon's voice. Oh, that's interesting medicine. If we make this medicine, we might be able to soften our lord's voice, Ribbit. Then Tonosama Gekomon can enjoy his karaoke and you can sleep in peace. Princess, we'd like you to help us make this medicine, Tama. Okay, after all that trouble I gave you earlier, I'll have to work hard for you guys. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, wait, yes I do. Hold on. Yeah! There we go. You guys happy? I finally did it. You finally got it out of me. No, during the Wargreymon fight, Imperialmon shows up and they all end up on a rock and talk. Yes. That's a different time than when Agumon talks to him earlier in the series, is what I was saying under. He gets 2 sit-downs. One after they beat the pants off of him, and one when Agumon just, like, stumbles upon him sitting on a rock. It's easy to remember because, it's just Black Wargreymon just sitting on a rock, like, in the middle of nowhere. He then goes on and kills, I think, like, 100 Mammothmons because one of them stepped on a flower. So there's 2 different scenes. If you get all 3 materials and all, I wonder why they divided it up and stored it in different places. I bet it's like how you separate a bank from book and seal. How would Tentomon know that? What do you mean? And see, so they're valuable materials. Wait, he can understand that analogy? We just need to get all the materials and give them to Gekomon. Sounds like a good reason. Yeah, those Mammothmon are asking for it. It's fair. They use Mammothmon a lot in Season 2, actually. I guess not really. They use it once. Mammothmon is a really cool Digimon that I feel like doesn't get enough screen time. Also doesn't have a proper champion or a proper Mega. They have Tapermon, which kind of has the same color scheme and kind of design as Mammothmon, and that's it. I'm like on the lookout for Bakumon. I haven't been doing my chance. I don't know if he's going to lose his power. You expect a Taper to turn into an elephant? Yes. I'm sorry, have you watched Digimon? Of course I am. What do you mean? What? You don't get to say that with incredulity. Like, come on. We all know what series we're watching. That's very plausible. Alright, one more. I just don't know where it is. Please tell me it's in a corner somewhere. I mean, on the bright side, there's no enemies here. Which is nice. There it is. That was a surprisingly easy kind of quest to do. I assume there's a twist. We have to fight someone. They're going to be like, oh, the medicine, it turns them into a monster until you beat him. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, these are all the materials. We can make the medicine. You guys like when I do that voice? My like, you can see my neck strain. Just like, we have to. Just every fucking muscle in my neck. Finish, Tama. We did it, Ribbit. It's thanks to the princess, Ribbit. Isn't that great, Mimi? Now we just have to get Tonosama Gekomon to drink this. His Skull Mammoth one looks looking cool. True. I guess he does have a Mega, right? So he's just missing a champion. Ugh, no point in getting mad at me. Making the medicine is one thing, but we haven't thought about how to get him to drink it.
This is shameful, Ribbit. Our lord is fussy about taste, Ribbit. We can't mix it in his food, Ribbit.
Have to force him to drink it after all. That was a cool camera flip. Why am I the one who has to do this? Go for it, Mimi.
Fight, princess!
Why are they zooming in on his butt? Thank you, please. Go Menasai. That's not how he sounds. Mimi, run! So that's how it goes. Oh, that's right. Palmon still doesn't have an ultimate. That's a lot. I think it would be cool to have a game in this style, but with like multiple evolutions, like not just like in one line, but like diverging lines as well. It's a shame they never did this formula with the rest of the seasons. Like these would have been really cool games, especially like because if they made more of them, they'd have like chances to iterate on it, so they can kind of like tweak it and make it a little bit better. That's a bummer. I would love to see a Season 2 version of this, a Season 3 version, even Frontier, Savers, and then we can stop. It's weird too, because it feels like it'd be kind of a slam dunk. Because, like, you don't have to really do anything. Like, you don't have to, like, build a new story or anything. Like, the roadmap's already, like, the storyboarding and stuff would pretty much be done. You'll get Kazuna and have to cry again? True. Digimon try, more like Digimon cry, am I right? Oh. Also, yes. I think they're plans for an O2 version, but were canceled. Yeah, that sounds like game dev. That sounds right. Not only was it canceled, then they laid off the studio. Oh, sorry, that's only in 2024. When, like, you know, every single studio is getting layoffs. My only hope with all the game studio layoffs and stuff is that in like 3 years, all of these companies realize, oh fuck, we don't have any employees, and then they have to just hire people either back or hire new people. Ooh, another auto heal. The only part of try in this version would be the Tentomon episode. I mean, for what it's worth, the first episode of Try isn't bad. It kind of sets up that Tai is trying to, like, grow up and stuff like that. You get the cool reunion with Agumon and Tai, the Greymon versus Kuwagmon fight, and then Omegamon versus Alphamon. Even though there's no reason for them to fight, it's still a cool fight. It's just really short. So that would actually be good in a game, because you could, like, expand on it. But that's it. That's it. You don't need anything else. Alright, that's 2 more quests down. I don't mind those, like, little side quests. They're fun. I like the extra lore. That is 45 minutes. So I think that's a good time to call it. Yeah. I'm supposed to play some Helldivers with some friends at 7. By friends, I mean Spencer and Carlos. So I think I'm going to wrap up here. I knew today was going to be a short stream because I'm starting so late. But I'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to play some more different stuff, and then I don't know what I'm going to do on Friday and Saturday, but we'll see. I think tomorrow is going to be a short one too, because I miss my girlfriend. So thanks for stopping by for a shorter stream, guys. I appreciate it. Did not make the dent in the timer that I wish I did, but it's all right. Things happen. It's hard to schedule streams around work and life and stuff like that, so... Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and the stream if you are enjoying this content and you want to see more Digimon Adventure. Obviously, I plan to play through the whole game, but, you know, it's been cool to watch people's reaction to these games. And I guess just a question to you guys. Are you enjoying this walk down memory lane with Season 1? I think it's fun. Having not seen season 1 in its entirety in like maybe a decade or so, it's fun to go back to it and see what I like remember and what's like different. Also to see the differences between like the Japanese and the English version. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. So I'll yeah. See you guys later. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.